a man photographs his daughter. When he gets the photo developed, there's a figure standing behind her in a spacesuit in 1964, years before anyone would even know what one looked like. That's not even the strangest thing that happens in this video. 2,000 people vanish from a village overnight. No footprints, no signs of struggle. Even the graves are empty. A hum, audible to only a handful of people, has been slowly driving a town to the edge of madness for over 30 years. Science still can't find where it's coming from. And buried 200 feet beneath a small island, something has been booby trapped so effectively, it has killed the men who tried to dig it up. 5 mysteries that investigators, scientists, and governments have never been able to explain. By the end of this video, you'll understand why.
1. The Solway Firth Spaceman. May 23, 1964. Solway Firth, on the border of England and Scotland. A volunteer fire captain named Jim Templeton takes his daughter, Elizabeth, out for a walk. It's a normal day. He wants a few photos of her in the field, nothing more. He snaps 3 shots on his camera and thinks nothing of it. When the film comes back from the lab, there's something wrong with one of them. Standing directly behind his daughter is a figure. Bulky. White. Featureless, no face, just a dark visor where a face should be. It looks exactly like an astronaut in a full pressurized suit. Here's the problem, Jim swears no one else was in that field. Not a passerby. No one. And this was year 1964. NASA's first spacewalk wouldn't happen for another year. The general public had never even seen a photo of a fully suited astronaut, the image simply didn't exist yet in the public consciousness. So what did Jim Templeton photograph? The photo was sent to Kodak, who examined it and confirmed, no double exposure, no darkroom trickery, no tampering. It was real. Jim spent the rest of his life trying to explain it. He was even visited, twice, by men he described only as, from the government, who asked him strange, pointed questions about the location, and then warned him never to go back there. He never got a straight answer. Neither has anyone else. To this day, the Solway Firth Spaceman remains one of the most scrutinized, and least explained, photographs in paranormal history. And it's just the first of 5 things that shouldn't exist. 2. The Green Children of Woolpit. Sometime in the mid-1100s. A small farming village in Suffolk, England, called Woolpit. During harvest season, local workers hear crying near one of the wolf pits on the edge of the village. They go to investigate. What they find stops them cold. 2 children, a boy and a girl, standing at the edge of the pit, disoriented, clutching each other. Their clothing is unlike anything the villagers have ever seen. Their language is unrecognizable, not French, not English, not anything spoken in that part of the world. And their skin is green. The villagers take them in. The boy grows sicker by the day and eventually dies. But the girl survives. Over time, she learns to speak English, and what she says only deepens the mystery. She claims she and her brother came from a place called St. Martin's Land. A twilight world, she says, where the sun never fully rises. Everything there, the people, the animals, the land itself, is green. She says she and her brother were tending their father's sheep when they heard a loud noise. Followed the sound into a cave. Walked through the darkness for what felt like hours. And when they came out the other side, they were standing in Woolpit. As the girl grew older, historians say her green skin tone faded, and she eventually assimilated into English life entirely. But she never changed her story. Not once. Not until the day she died. No one has ever identified where she came from. No record of St. Martin's Land exists. No language matching hers has ever been documented. 2 children walked out of the ground. Only one lived to explain it. And even then, she couldn't. 3. The Lake Anjikuni Vanishing Village. November, 1930. Deep in the Canadian Arctic, near Lake Anjikuni, Nunavut. A fur trapper named Joe LaBelle is traveling through the region when he stops at a small Inuit village he's visited many times before. Normally, it's alive with activity, dogs barking, fires burning, people going about their day. This time, it's silent. He walks in. Meals are still sitting on tables, untouched, half-eaten. A fire is still smoldering in one of the huts. Sled dogs are found nearby, starved to death, still tethered. But the villagers, all of them, more than 24 people, are simply gone. No footprints leading away. No signs of a struggle. No signs of a hasty departure. Their tools, their winter clothing, their rifles, all still there. LaBelle alerts the authorities. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police launch a search. That's when things get even stranger. According to the story, a grave marker at the edge of the village, one that had always held a body, is found disturbed. And searchers report a strange blue light in the days that follow. To this day, no bodies were ever found. The village of Lake Anjikuni was simply emptied. Now, a quick note. This is one of the most told vanishing legends in North America, but it's also one of the most disputed. Many researchers and Inuit historians argue there's no solid historical record of it happening exactly this way, and that it may have grown out of a much smaller, misreported event. We'll dig into both sides, the legend, and the case against it, because the story itself, real or not, has haunted people for almost a century. 4. The Taos Hum. Taos, New Mexico. Early 1990s. Residents start reporting something strange. A low, persistent hum, like a diesel engine idling somewhere in the distance. Constant. Grinding. Always just on the edge of hearing. Here's the problem, not everyone can hear it. Only a small percentage of the population, some estimates put it around 2% of residents, can detect the sound at all. To everyone else, the town is silent. No engine. No machinery. Nothing. For the people who can hear it, the effect is devastating. Sleep loss. Headaches. Nosebleeds. Some residents describe it as a form of slow psychological torture, a sound with no source, no pattern, and no escape. Several people reportedly left Taos entirely just to get away from it. In 1993, the U.S. Congress got involved. A team of scientists from the University of New Mexico, along with researchers from Los Alamos National Laboratory, was brought in to investigate using sensitive acoustic and seismic equipment. They found nothing. No consistent external sound source. No environmental cause. No mechanical explanation. And here's what makes it even stranger, Taos isn't alone. Similar phenomena have been reported in Bristol, England. In Windsor, Ontario. In Kokomo, Indiana. Different cities, different countries, same unexplainable low-frequency hum, heard by a small fraction of the population, undetectable by every instrument researchers throw at it. Officially, the cause of the Taos hum has never been confirmed. It's still being reported today. 5. The Oak Island Money Pit. Oak Island, Nova Scotia. 1795, a teenage boy named Daniel McGuinness is exploring the island when he spots something odd, a circular depression in the ground, beneath an old oak tree with cut branches, like something had once used it as a pulley system. He starts digging. And what he finds changes the island forever. Just a few feet down, he hits a layer of flagstones. Beneath that, a shaft, reinforced with logs every 10 feet, like someone had deliberately built it to go deep. He and two friends keep digging. 10 feet. 20. 30. The log platforms keep appearing, over and over, like whoever built this wanted people to keep going. They eventually give up. But word spreads. And over the next 2 centuries, treasure hunters, engineers, and even entire companies pour money, and their lives, into finding out what's at the bottom of that pit. Because here's the twist. The pit fights back. Diggers report the shaft flooding with seawater at nearly 90 feet down, as if it's rigged with a hidden booby trap, engineered specifically to stop anyone from reaching the bottom. Pumps can't keep up. Tunnels collapse. To date, at least 6 people have died searching for whatever is buried there. Over the centuries, theories have piled up almost as deep as the pit itself: Templar treasure, Marie Antoinette's jewels, Captain Kidd's lost gold, a Shakespearean manuscript. Even, according to some, evidence tied to the Ark of the Covenant. Modern excavations, including a long-running television investigation, have pulled up fragments of parchment, human bone, and pieces of tools older than recorded expeditions on the island. But nothing conclusive. Nothing that answers the one question everyone wants answered. Who dug this pit? And what did they bury 200 feet down that was worth trapping it for? Over 225 years later, no one has been able to bring it to the surface.
A spaceman in a photo that shouldn't exist, 2 children who came from nowhere, a village that emptied overnight, a sound only a few can hear, and a pit that swallowed fortunes. 5 mysteries, different decades, different corners of the world. Which one of these 5 do you think is the most explainable? Drop it in the comments. If you want more of these, the cases that never got solved, subscribe. Because I'm covering 5 more very soon that might be even stranger than these.